Hey, welcome to my channel, Cooking with Manual Focus, and today we're going to be making an absolutely delicious apple crumble. Now, I know it's fall time. Hey, you need something that's going to comfort your soul. This recipe right here with the combination of Granny Smith apples and some Gala that I'm going to use, it's going to caramelize, it's going to be sweet, it's going to be a little tart, and then we got this crumbly topping. Hey fam, you going to be in the game. Now, without further ado, hey, let's focus on this apple crumble. And let's go down to this workstation. Now fam, here's the workstation. Now the ingredients will be in the description box below. Look here. You gotta have those Granny Smith apples. Now I'm gonna tell you, you can go the whole recipe with just Granny Smith apples, but in this recipe, hey, I got me some Gala apples because I want a little mixture, right? And then we're gonna go in with a little bit of cornstarch, a little bit of salt, brown sugar, regular sugar. We got some ground cinnamon, and then we're gonna hit it with a little bit of nutmeg. I'm gonna get these apples peeled, and I'm gonna come back to you, and we're gonna be in the game. All right, so you can cut your apples however you like it. You can slice them thin, but what we're gonna do today is we're gonna cut these into chunks. So we're gonna get this apple off around this core, and then we're gonna make chunks out of these apples. And fam, I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm a big fan of Granny Smith. I love me a Granny Smith apple, man. Just the flavor of it, and you know, when you baking an apple pie, man, you can't go wrong with a Granny Smith apple, man. So like I said, we'll take this and then we're just gonna make like chunks, right? Just like so, like that right there, and then you'll be in the game, fam. We're gonna get the rest of these cut up, and then we'll see you guys in a second so we can continue to assemble this filling. Fam, we got these apples ready to go, so now we're gonna work on this filling. So we're going in with some brown sugar, and then we're gonna hit it with some white sugar. Again, fam, the ingredients will be in the description box below. A little bit of cornstarch, and then we're gonna throw in a pinch of salt. Now what this salt is gonna do is gonna enhance the flavor of these apples. So it'll bring out the sweetness, and then it'll balance the tartness of those Granny Smith apples. Then we'll get everything combined. And this is gonna be absolutely delicious, fam. So once we get everything like lightly combined, we're gonna take our lemon, and then we're just gonna squeeze this lemon in on top of these apples. So get all that lemon juice in there, and this is gonna wake this recipe up, give it some citrus notes. So I want to make sure I get all that lemon juice out of that lemon. Now all we got to do, fam, is like I said, get everything mixed in with that lemon. It's gonna give you a little bit of, you know, moisture to kind of dissolve that sugar and that brown sugar and get everything mixed in along with that cornstarch. So what that cornstarch is going to do, when these apples start to caramelize, it's going to create this nice little gooey, delicious filling. Fam, we're going to be in the game. I'm smelling these apples. These apples already smell pretty good. Is I got like a little baking dish here. It's like a 9 by 12, 9 by 13. And we're just gonna put our apples in here. Get everything tossed together. Just make sure our apples are mixed in together. So you're gonna get like a nice little bite of, like I said, sweet and tart apples, man. This is gonna be absolutely amazing, fam. So we get everything situated. Now we're gonna work on this top, fam. Let's work on this topping. So we got some flour. Then we're going in with some brown sugar. We got a little bit of baking powder. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold off on the salt just because I'm using salted butter. Now if you were going with unsalted butter, then I would suggest, you know, like a teaspoon or so of salt, and you're gonna be in the game. So I just want to get everything mixed in, and once we do that, we'll start adding this butter. So once everything is mixed in, we're gonna slowly add this butter to this mix, and it's gonna create this nice little crumbly crust that's gonna get nice and crumbly, and it's gonna be delicious once it start, you know, crisping up for you in that oven. Fam, you're gonna be in the game. So what we want is crumbles. So we'll just get everything mixed up until it starts crumbling on you, and then we'll put it over that apple filling. And then at this point, hey, just get in there with your hands, work everything around like so, and then it should start feeling like some sand, right? And now, fam, all you gotta do is just crumble this on top of your apples and get it spread evenly, and you'll be in the game, fam. Now, fam, I'm gonna admit, hey, I forgot my cinnamon and nutmeg. But however, listen, hey, we're gonna improvise. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a nice little lightly sprinkle of cinnamon on top, so we can get some of that cinnamon flavor in this apple crumble. And it's gonna make that top look good, that cinnamon. And then we're gonna go in with just a tad bit of nutmeg, about a teaspoon or so. And fam, that smells absolutely delicious. Now we're gonna put this in the oven, 375 degrees. Let this crust get crispy and let these apples caramelize. Now you want to remove this from your oven when it starts to bubble, and then that top gets a nice golden color. Now you want to let this chill, because you don't want to go ahead and, you know, take a bite out of it. It's too hot. You want to let those apples set and do its thing. So we're gonna let this cool off for a little bit. Here we go. Hey, we let this bad boy cool. And the reason why you want to let this cool is because you want to let those apples, that pectin in those apples, you know, set up. But look at that right there. Hey, still a little bit on the warm side, but fam, yes sir. Hey, now we're gonna put a little scoop of ice cream on that. We're gonna be in the game. All right, fam, there you have it. You got your absolutely delicious apple crumble. And you already know, hey, we gotta get that ice cream with those apples. Hey, we're in the game. And you already know, we gotta get this bad boy taste this. Hey, cheers, fam. I gotta get me a little bit of that ice cream. Let it melt a little bit. Look at that right there. Yes, sir. And you want it warm. Now that's absolutely amazing. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get me another bite of this. And that crumble crust, absolutely in the game, fam. Cheers. And that's what you want right there. Now, if you're new to the channel and you like this content, go ahead and smash that like button. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button so you know when I release my content. Now, for the Focus fam that's been rolling me for a while, you already know what I gotta do. I gotta smash into this apple crumble, and I'll see you on the next recipe. Peace.